Hello, voiceover beardo again, doing a slightly different blog today, starting off with some highlights of my daily walk that I go out on. I try and do 10,000 steps a day around about the town that I live in called Southam. So we start off crossing this river fairly early on. It's a nice place to stop and think. And then we've got the highlights of Southam, 2 different walks that you can go on from the centre of town, both of which are pretty decent. I'm just going to stick to the town trail today because it was getting dark. It was sort of on the way to when I went out. I went out a bit later than I planned to, but hey ho. This is just the different things you can see out and about in Southam while you're walking. Various old buildings and landmarks and whatnot. I'll show you one now. This is Merestone Park. At the top of this park is what is called the Merestone. It used to be one of the old boundaries. This is it. First records of it are from like 998 AD or something like that. So it's been there. Some form of this stone has been there for a while, at least. And this next is an old eye and ear infirmary. Can't remember how long it's been there, but it's been there a while. You sort of learn a few different historical things on your way around that I didn't know before. Can't remember what this was, but old dispensary thing. Brown's Bridge. I can't remember what the story behind this was, but anyway, maybe another video. And we're back to building Lego. This Star Wars helmet that I started on a couple of videos ago. I thought I'd revisit it, this time with music, try and keep me on track a little bit, help my focus. Like I said in the last vlog, I find having the music helps me focus quite a bit. But yeah, as I make steady progress through this helmet, it's been a challenge mentally, this helmet. At one point I thought I was going a little bit crazy. It was about 45 minutes in and I'd realised the way it was shaping up, it was a bit wonky, but you'll see that later on. I'm kind of like, the cogs are turning and the wires are melting slightly because I'm trying to figure out my spatial awareness was going off a little bit, or lack of spatial awareness I should say, due to my dyspraxia. I was trying to figure out how and why I'd messed it up, and I was a bit like, I was frustrated because it was 45 minutes in and I had no idea where I'd gone wrong. But I figured it out eventually, and you'll see when the penny drops. Get there eventually. But yeah, sometimes I get myself into a bit of a spiral where I know I've made a mistake and I can't quite figure out how to undo it. Sometimes this can lead to meltdowns or shutting down, and not really communicating properly, because that's something I struggle with. I struggle with communicating what I'm feeling and what's wrong and how can I fix it. So luckily this was a simple fix and I was just overthinking it, but sometimes when it's a bit more complicated, I can spiral a little bit and make the problem worse in a way. So luckily I managed to solve this issue, but sometimes I leave the issue until it's too late, which obviously isn't good. But yeah. I think it's this point here where I'm a bit like, hang on a second, something's not right. I couldn't quite figure out why they weren't level at a particular point. I think I do try and point it out. I don't know what it's going to look like, but they are wonky and uneven at the back. Here we go. Yeah, you can't really see that on the screen, but I was a bit frustrated by it. I couldn't quite figure out where I'd gone wrong, but I got there eventually. I realised I'd not put on a piece, and so yeah, I get figure it out eventually. But I couldn't. It took me longer than it shows in this video because obviously it's sped up. But then I realised the next step I'd made a mistake as well, and that took me quite a while to figure out because obviously in the instruction manual it's a 2D image, and you're working with 3D bricks, and so there was a bit of fiddling about trying to figure out the next section that I'd also gotten wrong, but I got there eventually. I think, yeah, this is where I've figured it out now. Got there eventually, so I had to take all of it. I didn't have to take too much of it apart to get to where it should be. So yeah, got there eventually. As much as I enjoy putting Lego things together, I do struggle with the whole taking a 2D image and making a 3D thing out of it. I don't know if it's a spatial thing or something else, but I think it's a dyspraxia thing, trying to convert 2D to 3D and working out whereabouts each, well, in this context, where each piece goes, and how they sit based on a 2D image. If that makes any sense, I don't know. But yeah, so it's taking a 2D image and then trying to make a 3D thing out of the Lego bricks. So yeah, I don't know. There's obviously something in a dyspraxic brain that can't quite connect the two. Hello, Editor Beardo. I just wanted to try and explain that last point a little bit. Basically, taking these individual steps in the instructions and then like actually being able to put things together. It's probably not the best example to try and show you, but yeah, so what I'd sort of gotten wrong, if I can, was down here. I hadn't quite, see if I can show you, I hadn't quite got these bits to line up properly. Yeah, so that four dot white square there, where it steps down, I hadn't quite got that level. And what it was, you won't be able to see it, but I was missing a strip piece somewhere along here somewhere. Try and see it in the light. Yeah, you can't really tell, but it's one of those strip pieces in there. But we got there eventually. This is the back of the helmet, and then this will be part of the top, and then the front and the glasses will go there somewhere eventually. But anyway, next video we'll be working bag 3. But we're about, I don't even know where we're at. We're about, I don't know, are we even a third of the way through yet? I don't know. Yeah, this is a test of my patience, I guess. As much as I enjoy Lego, trying to piece this thing together has been more of a challenge than I thought it would be. But anyway, before I forget, I'll see you in the next one. See you later.